This is Tiffany with freesvgs.com, and today I'm going to teach you how to make a silhouette of your favorite car. So this is my dream car, a 1969 Ford Mustang Mach 1. So I'm going to make this in Inkscape, which is a totally free program, and I will put the link to it below. And just because it's free, if you are doing this to make money, they do have a donation button. So let's start out by you can Google your image and you want to find a nice side view. So I found this one, so I'm just going to copy the image and I'm going to bring it over to Inkscape, which I forgot to open for it. It won't take long. I'm going to paste it. Personal preference, I like them to face the other way. I'm going to hold down Control and wheel up on my mouse so I can make this bigger so I can see it better. We're going to start by grabbing our Bezier tool, and if you're Texan, it's a Bezier tool. So we're just going to outline this by clicking around it. So there's our first one. Now, when you come to a curve, we want to pass it by and click right past it. And hopefully I won't bore you too much. I'll move as fast as I can. So just go through the louvers. And if they're not totally perfect, we can move them later. Again, here's a little curve, so we're just going to move past it. And the roof curves up, so we'll move past that. And we're just going to make a straight line past the curves because we will sort those out later. We're going to try to ignore the windshield wipers here. Scroll over. Like I said, these are curves, so we're just going to move past them, make straight lines. And then we have this little hump on the hood. Here's a little wire for the hold down pins. We don't need that, so I'm going to go right past this curve, straight line for this. And I think you're getting the idea. So like I said, I'm going to try not to bore you, and you can always fast forward. Now for the tires, they're curved also, so we're just going to make it kind of a triangle here. Scooch over, get this other tire. Scooch over, there's a little curve there, the exhaust. And there's a little curve there, so we're just going to make that a straight line. And when you get to the end of your outline and you hover over that, it'll turn red and you just click it. So there's our outline. It's pretty rough. So now I'm going to go to the fill-in stroke. I'm going to X out the stroke, or actually, there we go. And then we're going to fill it. So there it is. Our rough draft, basically. And I'm going to turn that opacity down. And black is kind of hard to see. Gray, black. So I'm going to change this to red. Now, I'm going to zoom in again because we want to get our details. And I'm going to grab the nodes tool. And then it's going to show everywhere we did a little click. Now, we're just going to push these lines around until you get them where you want them. I'm going to show you We're going to curve this just a little bit. And it depends on how picky you are, how much you get everything to line up. And I'm going to try not to be too picky so we don't bore you to death with the video. And I'm just going to give you the general. So this, and if you click it, you get like a little handle so you can move these things around better. Okay, this is a snap tool, and it wants to drag it over and snap it on top of each other. So it's up here on your top left, and you're going to click it. So you're going to disable the snap tool because you want to be able to control these your own self. Okay, so we make it to the top of the roof of the car. We're just going to move these and get your outline. So this one, it might leave like a little divot, so you could actually get rid of this by clicking on it and deleting it. And we're just going to do that. But see, I'm going to zoom in here. And this has left another little divot where it's not going to be smooth. So you're going to select nodes auto smooth, and then it's going to kind of go wonky. So again, you're just going to play with these handles. And this one, until you get it where you want it. So, like I said, that looks pretty good. And like I said, I don't want to bore you. So I'm trying to move quickly. You can always fast forward to get to the end. Let's see how this is going to turn out. So I want that a little straighter. So again, we made a straight line here. Just going to, sometimes it's hard to grab that line. So, and you've got a little loofy-doo on your hood here. You can move these around. And we're just going to pop that one in. These out. Again, you're going to get some pretty straight corners here. And if you don't want them, you auto smooth it. And then you're going to end up playing a little bit with how this looks. Okay. I'm just not going to get perfection here. Because like I said, I do not want to make you fall asleep. But you see, you just have to play with them. And this is how I learned how to do this, is just went for it. And sometimes that's what you have to do. You just gotta go for it. Now this one is kind of a placeholder. It's gonna kind of hold it there, but we're gonna delete it. And then you get a better curve going. We're just gonna leave that straight. Again, these are placeholders. And so we're going to go ahead and delete that. And then you can zoom out here. Play with this until you get your tire nice and round like you want it. Now this one, I put this way too far. It's at the back of the fender here, so we're going to move it to the tire. And we're just going to make our tire nice and round. Same thing with this one. We're going to click on this node, delete it. We're just going to use the handles and get our tire nice and round. Like I said, you can spend more time, you can play with it, and let's make that smooth. So, pull that up. And then we got the exhaust. And our exhaust a little round, so let's just give that a little curve. And onto our bumper. Sometimes it's a little hard to grab these lines, but I'll figure it out. Now, if you don't like how that is and you want that little detail there, you can always add another node by double clicking on the line. So we can put this one in and get more of a curve going there. This one, I'm going to auto smooth it again. And this one I'm going to auto smooth because bumpers are not straight lines. They got a nice little curve to them. And if you're thinking that is a little wonky, you can always try to delete it. And then that gives us a nicer looking bumper. Pull this one in. You can also auto smooth two at a time by holding down your left mouse button and dragging it. So we just did both of those. And then again, like I said, these aren't straight pointy lines, so let's smooth it out. We'll just pull them in. Not liking how that one is making an indentation. So let's smooth this. And that gives us two handles. Oh well, like I said, you get the idea. We could try to delete this. Yeah, that makes it nice and smooth. And then handle and bring this up. Okay, stop, Tiffany. Okay, so we have our outline of our car. We're going to go back to the select tool and select just this. We're going to go back to the fill. I'm going to make it black again. Turn up the opacity. And there you go. There is your silhouette of your dream car. So I'm going to make a part 2 to this video, and we're going to show you how to take this and knock it out of the word Mustang. So I will post a link to that below. Oh, one more thing. You can always check your work and see how this is going to look when you put it into Cricut or Silhouette by going to View, Display Mode, and Outline, and then it will show you the lines that it's going to cut. So, and you can just go back to View, Display Mode, and Normal. You want to get rid of that. And this little box on Inkscape, you're going to want to make sure that your image fits inside of it before you save it. Learned that the hard way. Also, to make this larger or smaller, you want to hold down your left mouse button with control and zoom in and out so you don't lose the aspect ratio, because we don't want him to look like, well, I guess if you wanted to do a funny little car, there you go. Control Z always undoes whatever you've done. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching. Come visit me sometime at freesvgs.com. I will post this silhouette, so if you don't want to make your own, you can go download it there. Subscribe, like, comment. Thanks again.